Hello, welcome to Gaming Gain. My name is Muzz, and we're back with another dating update. And this one is a doozy, let me tell you. A few weeks ago, had over a weekend one of the best dating experiences I have ever had, and one of the worst, if not the worst, dating experiences I have ever had. Within the space of a few days. It was unbelievable, and I'm not going to be giving you details, so all the spicy details are under wraps. They will not be getting revealed. I'm just going to kind of give you an overview of what happened and kind of how I felt about it. So if that's what you're here for, you're not in the wrong place. I'm respectful. I want to be respectful, even though I probably shouldn't be with the person who is in the worst dating category. But we are here to kind of, talk about positive dating and share my dating experiences, and I don't want that to be detail oriented with regards to the other people that I'm seeing. So I suppose we'll start with a positive one. I should say both of these dates were not planned. They were both matched on Tinder on that day, actually, which is the day of the date, which is quite interesting. So there's parallels, and they go in very different directions, I'll tell you that. So the first one was we matched in the morning, and we sent about 6-7 messages over Tinder. Realised that she was leaving Glasgow, like she wasn't staying, she was heading somewhere else to then fly home. So I was kind of like, oh, that's a bit gutting, and probably wrote it off as like I'll probably never see her ever. So yeah, just kind of went about my day, and then lo and behold, later on that day she was like, do you want to go for a drink? And I was like, sure, why not? Spontaneous date, here we come. So take her to a lovely bar, again, not going to tell you where, and we just hit it off, like genuinely from the word go, just such a kind of connection there, a spark there. Just one of the most interesting people I've talked to in a long time. Like, we talked about a range of different subjects, and kind of just got very got quite personal quite quickly. Talked about kind of some tougher times in our life, but as well as some, obviously good times in our life. So yeah, it really did go well, and she was like, oh, do you want to go to a club? And I was like, God damn it, I really don't, but with you I will. And we ended up going to a club, and we danced for a little bit, but we actually just done more talking. Like, we just found a place and talked more throughout the night. And it was kind of like these dates that you see in films where, it's like the perfect date, and the guy sees her off in the taxi, and that's kind of it. And that's exactly what it was. Like, saw her off, and it just tied in a nice little bow on what was a just really fascinating date. And I guess with the finality of it, like, we knew it wasn't going to be anything. We knew it was coming to an end. I guess that kind of played into it, why we were so kind of open with each other, because I think we were both kind of thinking like we might not see each other ever again. And we are still like talking. Again, it's not anything long term. Like, we're just kind of chatting away, and but it's just nice to kind of meet a person like that and to go through something like that, where it was just like, especially if you watch my mental health video, you'll have seen, like, I kind of talked about the difficulties over the past kind of couple of weeks, months that I've had with relationships. This just was like, a nice little surprise, and just a very good dating experience. But that's not why you're here, is it? If you've watched this far in the video, you're waiting for the worst one, which we are going to get to. So again, that one went so well, I was like, let's try it again, why not? spontaneous. So we matched in the day. We got to talking and we decided to go and see. I'm not going to say what film, but we decided to go and see a film together. And from when we met, I knew it was going to be an interesting date. I wasn't writing off just yet, I would say, but I knew there was something. She was just very all over the not all over the place in sense of like her appearance. Like she was just all over the place in terms of like her ability to concentrate and stuff. Like I've worked with a lot of kids who have ADHD, and she 100% has ADHD. Like would be talking about something, and then she'd just see something in like a shop window, and our attention would go to that, and then she'd forget the conversation, and then we go over the conversation, and then she'd move on to something else. It was just very all over the place, that kind of deal. And it was, I think, going quite well. It's a key part of the story that we will bring back up. So she had a friend who was coming to pick up the person that I was seeing keys, because the friend had left her keys in her flat, which I don't understand how you do. But anyway, so we're standing outside the cinema, and I'm kind of a wee bit away, and the friend drives up in a car. I can't see into the car, and I don't think I know anything of it. I'm just kind of going about my day. And she comes back, we go to the cinema. We'd be lying if we said we didn't have a wee kiss and a cuddle in the cinema. And I'm like, this is two in a row. 2 really good dating experiences in a row. This is going well. And then we get outside the cinema. And she goes, "Do you know this girl?" Shows me a picture. And it's someone that I had previously matched with on Tinder. And I tell her that, oh yeah, this is this person. We matched, I think it was like 6-7 months ago at this point. And she was like, "Oh, so you find her attractive?" And I went, yeah. And she went, "Oh, you find me attractive?" I went, yeah. When I uttered those words, the whole dynamic of the date changed, done a complete flip, like on its head. It was as if all the good that had been done had been washed away. This person could not believe that I could find her attractive and her friend. And I'll get into why in a minute. So the person in the car was her friend. She'd saw me in text. Her friend going, "Oh, is he called Scott?" So that's how that kind of developed. So the friend, who again didn't meet her, we matched. We talked for a bit, and then it kind of fizzled out. And she does powerlifting. So she is, a bigger woman. And the person I was seeing was more petite. And she could not fathom that I could find her attractive, but also find her friend attractive. And then she just gets nasty. And let me tell you, it didn't really happen there, but she was just getting rude. And she was actually being quite nasty at this point. Not to me, but to her friend. Like, she was asking, like, "So do you like bigger women?" And I was like, well, I find that a lot of people attractive. Like, I don't necessarily have a type. Like, I'm definitely someone who's more attracted to personality. And she was just like not having it, absolutely not having it. She was like, "I only go for athletes." And I was like, "Well, athletes come in a lot of different shapes and sizes." And she's like, "Oh, so you'd go for the short putters then?" Again, I've cleared a diss against her friend, and I'm like, well, I mean, if they're attractive, yeah. And she's like, she just could not get it through her head that I could find her and her friend attractive. Like, and when we got into the text messages, trust me, I'm not going to show them, but I'll kind of give you an idea of what they said. Vile, disgusting things. So this kind of went on for a bit, and I was like, at this point, right, I need to end this. So I'm like, right, let's go to the subway. I'll see you off. And again, she just keeps bringing up the fact, bigger woman, like, she like muscle, like, just clearly cannot fathom Cannot fathom that I find both these people attractive. So I think we end it as best we could. I give her a hug. See you later. I go, phew, dodged a bullet there. Never going to see her again. And I haven't. But so I get home and I text her to make sure she got home. Yep, she got home. And then she starts sending me the most horrific, awful text messages I have ever received. Now, let me tell you, I have never blocked someone before. I blocked this person. Again, I'm not going to go into it, but it was abusive beyond no belief. It was absolutely vile, some of the things she said to me and about me. And just genuinely, I was shocked at how, and I kind of, I put it in this way that I asked her the question, like, what are you getting out of this? And in my mind, I knew the answer because clearly she's insecure, she's dealing with a lot, and this is the way she tries to make herself feel better. And there was some doozies. So one of the text messages she said was, "I can't believe someone like you thought you could come back to my house with someone like me." Which, let me tell you, very much on the cards. Like, we talked about it, we've spoken about it. It was on the cards until this all happened. And she just put herself up on this pedestal as if she was God's gift to earth, when she was a nice looking girl, don't get me wrong, but she was like, nobody is that. And she might be attractive on the outside, but let me tell you, her inside, oh my God. Just, absolutely horrific, some of the things she said to me. Like, I've never been shaken from a text message conversation. Like, I've had some arguments over text messages and that, but that was just abusive. It was disgusting. It was, just left me feeling a bit shocked and shaken a wee bit. It was not very nice. So then I was like, I went to the friend who I still had contact details for, and I was like, do you know this is your pal? Like, this is the people you're associating yourself with. And to be fair to her, she understood, and she has actually been on the receiving end of that many times, and she was trying to apologise for it, and she's been like, nope, I've been trying to get her out my life as well. And I just feel so sorry for her having to deal with this person who is, and I'm not going to go into details because the friend told me some more personal stuff, but she's dealing with a lot. But at the same time, you cannot treat another human being like that. You cannot say those things to me. You cannot say those things to your friend. It was horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. And in hindsight, definitely the worst dating experience I've ever had. It was truly something to behold. And now that I sit back and I look at it, it was, I 100% dodged a bullet. 100%. So yeah, let's end on a positive note. What was your best dating experience? Have you ever had a date like that where it's just like, it's just a one night thing and you absolutely, just connect, bond over the silliest things? Or, no, we're going to end positively. So let me know down in the comments below. And if you made it this far in the video, give me a like, share the video, give me a subscribe, do all those good things. With all that being said, all that's left to say is any thoughts, comments, general hostile remarks, leave them below. Maybe not hostile in this video. I think I'm done with enough hostile marks for a little bit, but positive ones would be nice. All that being said, leave it below. Bye bye.